Hello, everybody. This is the new episode today that we have. The name my name's Wilson.
Billy!
This is Billy here. You might be very confused that today the format is a little different because
Because in truth, we're just humans. We're not
just,
potatoes.
we're just humans. I think it's more the fact that we are wearing human skin at this point because I don't know. I'm pretty bored with my potato skin, so I just basically like snuck into some neighborhood and then just murder somebody, and I put the skin on put the skin on my potato, and this is what I look like. I think I really like how I look. I don't know. Maybe like the guys is have like a lot of problems with their pimples, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine,
I,
yeah.
I like this body. What do you,
Yeah.
how about you?
I think I'm good with what I have.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Did we remove the skeletons and just like
Not yet.
oh no, yeah,
But
shit.
we can go to Bunnings later to buy some bleach.
Yes.
Alright,
Anyway,
yeah, it's a special occasion because beforehand, right, when we started this podcast, we started when we're in a different town. Now, Wilson here is come and visit me, and that's why we want to do it live. A change of pace. It's fun. So, movies for today. Perfect Blue.
Wow.
Kind of fitting because we don't know what's real and what's not. I mean,
Exactly.
is this even real?
Is
Am
this
I real?
Am I?
Am I a real boy?
What are you, Pinocchio? You're gonna grow. You're gonna.
Or maybe it grows
You're
somewhere else.
you're gonna start growing like your own plant.
Don't play around with my plants. Right. Anyway. Yeah, Perfect Blue.
Except that comes out of your own, little, whatever the humans call that.
I'm sorry. I'm just like trying to process that movie. What the fuck was that?
God.
What do you think? It's like, okay, I just a bit of contextualize. What genre would you call it? Is it psychological thriller?
Psychological thriller is also not really covering the whole film, right? It's just one part of it. Because the thing is that I thought that the film, right? Okay, let's just before we go through it, let's just do a bit of like trivia here. So, this is also the same director who did Paprika, which is also the film we watched earlier.
Satoshi Kon?
Yeah, Satoshi Kon. I think it's also done it's also done by Madhouse. It's also made the same Paprika and also some other like really good animes like
What a bunch of mad lads.
They are a fucking bunch of bad lads, and I don't know how many people actually get proper sleep and proper pay.
I mean, it's not a depressing film, but it makes you question reality, isn't it?
No. It kind of makes you question of like, do these people even are they okay? You kind of want to just check up on them. Like you're gonna have to. I want to get my phone right. We're recording with the phone now, so I want to get my phone. I want to call like I want to call like the company and just like, hey, how are you doing? It's like, because usually when you call like a help center, they will ask you that question, but instead like I want to ask them instead, the other way around, just to make sure that the workers are treated properly with respect and with proper wages, right? Because I know the animation industry is really terrible with this kind of thing, but yeah.
Speaking of mental health problem in the animation industry, right? Makes me reminds me to Hideaki Anno, the guy who directed Evangelion, because towards the second half of the season, of the series, he was developing depression. That's why the series took a very dark turn. But from many interviews, he did mention that he has his journal to keep track of his thoughts. Honestly, I would like to read that journal.
Preferably not, but unless if it's already published, I don't know.
I don't know. I have to look for it.
All right.
Or otherwise, we have to sneak into his house. Anyway,
we can read Mein Kampf first, just for like reference.
Mein Kampf? What? I think that's not a journal through a depressed journey or something. It's just outright. I don't know what to call it. It's just, how to put this. It's irrationally sane, I guess. or
Okay, okay.
insanely
Okay.
pragmatic. I have no idea. Anyway, moving on. Perfect Blue. So, holy crap. You know, before I got into this movie, right, I already kind of spoiled by YouTube, other YouTube reviewers
Yeah.
and such. Basically, it's like a very psychedelic movie where you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's definitely way more than, way trippier than I thought. Although
Okay.
towards the end, I don't know. It's like it's trying to ground it into reality, try to give an explanation, but at the same time, it's still open to interpretation. But it's not one of those movies where, how to put this, like, there's definitely multiple plausible. I don't know how to call it. Like, there's multiple plausible explanation of why things happen. I think all things happen here is just that there is one explanation, but it's not very clear what it is. What do you think?
I have a similar thought as well, and I'll get to my theory like later on, because we didn't watch any of like those like Perfect Blue 1990. What this is 1997 movie ending explained by Cineflix. No, we haven't got to that yet. I'm pretty sure there's so many people have ever done that, but I don't want to look at that first.
Yeah.
But I do have a theory on, especially like on the stalker, which is actually the one of the recurring characters in the film. For the film itself, as a whole, overall, I think it's probably one of a kind of an experience as well. I would say that's for sure. It is one of a kind of experience. One of those experiences that you need to. You need to see for yourself to believe that it's like similar to Paprika, and I think that's also why I starting to like Satoshi Kon, like even like as like a like a filmmaker, because Paprika is an experience, mostly pleasant experience. It is kind of like the opposite of that, because yes, they both tackle with this overarching umbrella topic of
questioning reality.
Questioning reality, and so what's real, what's not, and you also have to kind of keep up with that in your mentally speaking, because there's so many of those like little like details that if you do not pay attention, you might actually miss it. Which is actually much more prevalent here, in Perfect Blue, at least in my opinion. I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because Paprika is more like an adventure. Really,
correct.
That push the boundary.
It's like a Disney ride,
Yeah, exactly. It's a very trippy Disney ride, and that like, how to put this, in Paprika, it pushed the boundary of imagination and also the things that can actually happen in a dream in a very creative way, and just to show like the endless possibility of a dream. And how trippy it can be, for example, with how the camera works.
Correct.
It's just like very amazing. But in Perfect Blue, it's just basically this former pop idol turned into an actress. Her downward spiral towards madness. But holy crap!
Towards madness. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, the movie is have a bunch of very uncomfortable scenes that it's.
Oh boy.
You don't know if it's actual. Oh no, actually that's the thing, right? We know it's fake. I mean, you know which thing I'm talking about.
Yeah. We know it's rehearsed.
Yeah,
it's staged.
It's staged.
Yes.
But then it seems that it took a real psychological toll on her.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yep.
I mean, like, honestly, before watching this movie, right? I know a bit of pop idol, but only at the very surface level. I just know that they sing. They have a lot of fans. Sorry. And like, it must be stressful. But then, I also have. I'm sorry for pop idol. If anyone's listening, but I always have the impression that maybe fans kind of fantasize about pop idols, but then a
little too much, but yeah.
Sometimes a bit too much. But then watching Mima here, right, our protagonist, turning from a pop idol to a full-blown actress.
Correct.
Just making that career transition is just pure pain and suffering, and that makes you think like, actually being a pop idol is not that bad, isn't it? because she had to go through a lot of hurdle just to
Yeah.
because she has to do a lot of questionable actions. And,
Yeah.
Um,
Morally questionable too.
no, it's not morally questionable. I mean, depending on what you define as morality.
Okay.
I mean, she's not like she's hurting anybody, right? But it's definitely doing some indecent thing, at the behest of people at the industry. It's not that she wants to herself. It's just how she has to progress her career, which very sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite difficult, and then it must have taken a lot of toll, especially when she thought that being a pop idol is kind of a dead end job because it has that kind of implication at the start, right?
Yeah.
And then apparently, like her former pop idol group is actually getting more popular, right?
Without her.
Yeah, without her. Is she the burden? You know. Although it seems that a lot of people.
I think it's also like it reminds me of this one. I'm pretty you know the Beatles, right?
The Beatles. Oh yeah, there's a drummer that got kicked out, right?
Yeah, and then they got like, well, not like the poof, like it's they got disbanded. Actually, they got better. Like they got actually much bigger without him for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, even though they say he's a very good drummer. Do you know his name? I forgot his name.
I want to say Billie Jean. It's not Billie Jean.
It's just pure luck, I guess. And that's the thing, right? The reason that I kicked him out is because some of the band members got jealous of him.
Yeah.
So weird, right?
It's really weird. Yeah, but that happens. It's like I think it's the fact that because of drama, right? And after the drama like starts to build up, then people were paying more attention.
Yeah.
But obviously not the kind of. I mean, yeah, they're getting more numbers, but that's just temporary. Right? So, Beatles. Oh, they got this interesting news. The drummer was kicked out. Okay. Yeah. Then and then people make. I mean, some of them may want to listen to their newest album without the drummer, but that's just like what temporarily, and then eventually because everybody gets old and everybody just want to just live their own lives and John Lennon, what's his name? Yeah, John Lennon just wants to,
Yeah,
do his own thing.
Yeah, crazy time, eh? And then this happened in the film, and I mean the amount of mental toll because I think this drummer was covered in a book, right? By Mark Manson. Yeah, and then basically he actually did undergo depression because of this.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
I mean, now he's very much better off just because he has received enough support. But I'm sure our character Mima experienced the same thing, and then she has to, like I said, doing like nude photo shoots and also doing I'm just going to say doing a rape scene for a film.
Yeah.
When people say it's a rape scene, because I've watched some questionable film myself, I thought like it should be too bad, right? But holy crap, it's very explicit.
Yeah. They went full throttle. It's like wow, okay. And I was looking at because like we were actually watching this like a couple hours ago, and then you're just like there like with your hoodie, and like
why? But then again, the movie sets in the 80s or 90s,
I'm not
right?
sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, true. Because well, the thing is that back then, it's surprisingly it's pretty common as well. Because
like that amount of explicit shots.
No. As in like people like Jackie Chan, right? I think I said before. Jackie Chan, I think his first few films he did like some pornos actually. Same thing with also even also in the West it's also pretty common too. Like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I'm being serious. But they also did like porno as well, like for the first few starring roles. It's pretty normal like that back then.
But do you reckon porn films? I mean, like let's say you're just doing like some cheesy ass porn films, right, where it's consensual. Do you think it's actually have a much being in a rape scene is a much worse rep?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously in the I mean I'm guessing like in the porno like they both enjoy together, that kind of scene.
Yeah. No matter how silly the situation is, right?
Exactly. But this is like I mean in real life they both consent, but it's just that
But that's the thing, right? It's just like the way the camera is being shot. She said to other people like it's alright, it's okay, but then the way the camera is shot, the way her face looks, and then like you don't know what her actual internal thought until way later. You just thought like, holy crap, is this real? And because there's already like up until this point of the movie, right? There's already a crack in how the film's being presented. Like there's crack in the reality because she starts talking to her pop idol self, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, is that like the first time we saw like that scene where she's talking with her pop idol?
No, like I think that that happened before on the train. It's just like temporary. So she was conversing like one or two lines, and then like, I'm sorry, who the hell are you?
Yeah. It's more like oh yeah, my imaginary friend. Just let him flow by.
Yeah, but even so, right? It's just because it's imaginary friend or something. I think it's basically that she asks, "Who are you? Who are you?" Right?
Mm.
It's kind of clear who she is, but I guess you're in denial. Yeah.
But yeah, what's funny also like in the film, right? There is a character which is basically the stalker. What's his name again?
They just call him Me Mania.
Okay, so the stalker Mimania. Here's the thing. So, I have a theory, right? Hear me out. I have a theory. This guy, he does not technically exist in the, as in like he's not an actual living being in the film itself. Maybe there is a guy who actually looks like him, especially like working behind the scenes, like as a cleaner or something, and like like just basically one of like the set guys, taking care of like the sets, like after like the shooting and all that stuff. Because the thing is that, okay, I mean it is possible for someone to stalk like an idol to that degree where you know exactly what kind of milk they drink. That's like, whoa, okay.
But who published the website then? Does that mean that Mima herself published a website when she wasn't realizing?
That's the thing. It's possible. Like I'm leaning more towards the fact that she has a split personality disorder, which is like or in this case they.
They did actually explicitly mention that she has this dissociative identity disorder, right?
Yeah. So she has DID basically. So like her other alter does that for her. Obviously, so basically like the primary version of her does not realize that, right? So that's why I was thinking that okay, so this creep, like this stalker, is actually not really a real stalker, but instead it's a metaphor actually of how do you say this? It's a metaphor of her like all of the actually no
stress
no. I mean yeah, it's all the stress, the guilt, and insecurities, but also at the same time, a little bit more accurately, it's actually the like her other one of her other alternate versions that's living inside her body. If that makes sense.
That is about to rape her too for some reason.
Yeah.
That's really messed up. So it is. Punish yourself like that.
I mean, yeah, like if you look at it like from the outsider's perspective, like, it looks like you're, it's like why are you ripping your own clothes? But then like in her mind, it's as if she is she's
being
like,
assaulted.
She is being assaulted, like sexually assaulted in the case.
But there are some shots where she shouldn't have any knowledge about it. For example, some shots shows this stalker guy, right? Practically trying to defend her image in a way, basically like collecting all magazines filled with her lewd picture, and also the stalker communicate via email with the fake with the pop idol Mima for some reason, in his room. Like she wouldn't have any knowledge about it.
But she did.
No, she didn't.
But she didn't. Okay, so
Yeah.
that justifies it further then,
No, but
right?
yeah, it's a bit weird. But that's the thing. Like, I suppose on the interpretation that the stalker is not real, then I think the movie wouldn't bother to actually show perspective that she wouldn't know at all.
Well, the thing is that because we are seeing from her point of view,
Yeah,
which is very tricky, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, like it's almost as if like this is like a simulation of a DID, like someone was suffering with a DID. Oh wow.
Yeah, and towards the end, right? It's just that, how to put this? Because right along the movie, there's a bunch of killing that happen. which at first we attributed to the stalker, but then
And also, we thought that it's part of the fake movie. I mean, it's part of like the film that they're actually shooting in in Perfect Blue.
yeah,
Yeah,
so which is called Double Bind, right?
yeah. Double down.
It's I don't know. It's just like honestly, from my limited because they show what since they were shooting it. But then from my understanding of the internal logic of the film, I have no idea about the character progression. Because okay, first thing first, Mima got a role, right, a very minor role where basically she is the sister of a woman who was murdered.
Yeah.
And then there's this two detective that's supposed to investigate what happened and then about to ask her a question. And then unfortunately they got interrupted because there's a new victim, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes over there. And for whatever bloody reason, within the internal film logic itself, she was approached by a talent agent, well, at least on the surface, to ask for modeling. And then at first she's ignoring it, but then she accepted.
Yeah.
By the way, at this point, it's like we're not sure if it's actually happening in real or not until they show the camera.
Yeah, and until like the frame like pans out, and then it shows like it's like CRT like monitor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then later on, she was in a nightclub dancing, and then this is where the fake rape scene happened.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but and then. What happened later? I think she.
Oh, actually, no. I just figured out because like we had this conversation about this. Yeah. So I think the narrative of like double
bind. Yeah.
I was a double down. Fucking Neo breed. You just realized the joke. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking like this talent agent. He's saying that he is a talent agent, but I think in the context of the other film, he's actually kind of like a pimp. So he's trying to recruit her to come to this nightclub and basically do what she's doing there.
But that's the thing though. Even within the film itself, actually the staff tried to protect her. That's why like there's a quote unquote manager try to stave off the customer, but the customer forced their way in. Yeah. I don't know. But then again, I suppose like hey, you can't touch the goods. I guess. But then
I think in that film that they're really aiming for like that shock value.
Yeah.
Which is also like
It does make sense. Like, what's the movie about? It's just basically them trying to find the killer, right? But then who doesn't mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because in the end, right? They establish that the killer is actually her split personality, which actually what happened in the Perfect Blue film itself, not the film inside the film. And that makes me wonder. Wait a sec. Then who killed all those people before her sister died? Honestly, if you think about it, the film Perfect Double Bind itself doesn't make sense narratively. But then again, I suppose we have a very limited information because Mima is undergoing a horrible mental breakdown where it's like, towards the second half, it's she's having a semi Groundhog Day loop, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like, wait, what's happening? What?
Yeah.
Is it real? Did it happen?
It's like after some tragedy and then and then she kind of faints and then she wakes up like, wait, why am I on my bed?
Yeah,
she happened like the next day.
Yeah, she was about to hit by a truck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose she's getting crazy with all the stress and all the guilt and all that. How? Like, how did that progress? Nobody ever say anything, and then even she herself doesn't know if she's even alive or not, right?
Yeah.
Because she said like, this all might be a dream after I got hit by that truck. Like, what is real, what's not? And right, a lot of people died as well. Basically, people who wrong Mima. Let's see. The first one to die, it's one of the fans who threw cans at her, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it wasn't shown directly on screen, but then she got to see a newspaper clipping. Wait, where did she see it? On an elevator, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, on an elevator. And then next, who's the next one to die? Is it the screenwriter? The one who actually wrote the scene where she was in...
I think so.
Yeah. I've seen. And then, and then there's this photographer, right, who did her nude shots. Yeah. And then, like, that's the thing though, right? she has the
Oh yeah.
there's the possibility that she's the one who killed them because she was put in such major distress.
Now, I think we forgot to mention that she has like a assistant, she has her own personal assistant.
Who is also very upset with what happened, right?
Correct. She's so her name is Rumi, right?
Rumi, yeah.
Rumi. So her personal assistant, well, I mean, even character design wise, she is designed in the way that she's a little bit like I wouldn't say maybe more visual based, maybe.
No,
I guess by Japanese standards, maybe.
But basically, she's less attractive than.
Correct.
Yeah.
Less conventionally attractive. I think that's a better word. Yeah. So, and then then when we were getting to like the second half, and then we're thinking like, wait, is it Rumi who's doing this? And then the ending, and then like the climax scene where basically they
she was being chased, right?
Mima, the actual Mima was being chased by the imaginary Mima with so now because she used to wear like this
one of her pop idol dress.
Yeah, pop idol like May dress, and then now she's wearing like a full so like a slightly different one, but it's like red all over. And then at the end, it's like kind of like the animation kind of like switched like between like her and like Rumi's like face. Like
it's very creepy, right?
It's really weird. Yeah.
Like you see Rumi in mirrors, but
yeah,
what's standing in front of Mima is basically like this ethereal pop idol self, right?
Yeah.
That just like very nonchalantly just skip around, jump around, and very graceful. And then like you see her, Rumi in the mirror, right? She's just like panting the living shit when running.
So that's what like we're thinking like it's actually possible that Rumi actually is the one who murdered those people that we see.
Did she
at the end?
Did she admit that she murdered all of them?
I don't think
she did.
Wait, did she?
Yeah, she did in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap! Now I just realized one thing, right?
What?
I mean, sure. There's a lot of stalkerish behavior that Rumi might have done to find out, where which foot that Mima put down once she got off the train, and which milk that she buy, because the website Mima's
Rumi?
room, right? Yeah. No, Mima's room, the website.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a bunch of picture, but Mima never once actually feel worried that that's her own bedroom, right?
Yeah.
And then only later she realized, wait, this is not my room. So I think all of those pictures that claims that's from Mima's room is actually Rumi's room, right? Because that's the thing. That's a funny thing. Like you have someone who stalks you, who knows every single detail about you, and then sure you get scared and you close the curtain, but never once there's any shot that shows the detail that she recognized some features of her room in that same website.
Oh.
And then she only realized it once, once Rumi drive her to Mima's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mima's room. And then Mima's just like, oh yeah, because she assumed that she'll go home. But then look around, she realized, oh, wait a minute, this looks familiar, but this is not my place. Remember? I was so surprised when Rumi said, I'll take you to Mima's room. Like, I suddenly popped something up. Because the thing is, Rumi was talking to Mima at that point. Why would she call it Mima's room? Shouldn't she say, your place? Although, I mean, technically, it's not really major foreshadowing because everything's revealed like within the next 1 minute.
I must sound like an idiot, but I think I have to rewatch this again. But probably with a different person.
You don't want me to watch it with you? You feel
No.
I'm brilliant.
Okay. Good on you, mate. Okay, look. Let's talk about a little bit about like the more of the technical stuff, because it's pretty fucking impressive. I won't lie. For 97. How big is this budget?
To be fair, remember, End of Evangelion also come out around this time, so
How many times did it? Oh wow! It flopped.
Holy crap!
It flopped
Oh man.
It flopped really, really bad. Wow.
Right. Speaking of technical stuff.
I mean, would you want to watch a mecha robot, or would you want to watch a girl idol? You pick one.
A girl idol descending to madness. Well, hey, at least Evangelion and this movie have something in common. Or do you think it's because it has something in common? That's why you have to pick one. Because do you want to watch two movies about the protagonist getting depressed, or you just want to watch one and watch something else?
One thing for sure, I would not watch this for a first date film.
First date.
That's one thing for sure. Because I myself am really uncomfortable, especially halfway through. No.
Maybe I should get my coworkers to watch this with me.
Oh. Or like a watch party, like
have a watch party.
Friday night when you're all. I think you guys can hit the pub first, and then once you're done, then you can just have like one of your guys' faces and just like pop this in, and then let's see who is gonna start crying, who's gonna start like rooting for the stalker, maybe, I don't know, hopefully not.
Oh,
but but then you never know.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
From technical point of view, right? This movie contributes a lot in the entirety of film industry, right? Because
really,
you talk about
it does.
the famous scene where you saw Mima is like basically slouching, curling in the bathtub because of all the stress that she's been through.
Yep.
And then it was in Requiem of a Dream. And what else?
Yeah, so there's in Requiem for a Dream, which is a film done by 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓸. One of my favorite films. Also pretty disturbing to watch as well. Surprisingly, they have that on Netflix now.
Oh.
Which I actually did rewatch it again. It's like, oh yeah, it's just as fucked up as I remembered.
Maybe I should watch it as a date night.
What is wrong with you?
Oh man.
Because the thing is, I watched that film way too young for me to handle. And the thing is, like,
did you even comprehend the weight of the film?
I know drugs are bad. That's what I know back then. I know drugs are bad, and I know that at the end of the film, all the characters are pretty much like fucked up after all that addiction. But that's what I know. Now as I'm growing, much more manly man. Now I get to see like, I get to see like from an adult's perspective, and maybe a little bit with like the mom's perspective, like how does she feel when she has her son who's addicted to this, but they just don't really know what to do with it, that kind of thing. Anyway, so so back to the thing. So there's like this famous scene in Requiem for a Dream where Jennifer Connelly's character, she's like slouching herself like in this bathtub, and it's an overhead shot, and then like it cuts to like the next day, and then she's like screaming inside. It's also done similar, like it's heavily referenced to a scene in Perfect Blue. Almost, I would even say it's almost shot for shot, like exactly the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, almost exactly the same, but obviously different context. It's just like referencing. So there's one. Then also this film also heavily inspires Black Swan, which is also another film that he made as well, like many years later.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. Maybe I should rewatch Black Swan and also watch Requiem for a Dream.
But surprisingly, from where I haven't seen Black Swan yet, but from what I've heard, right, it is more straightforward. As in, she has a goal. She wants to be the best ballet dancer, right? That's for sure. And then,
even if it costs her sanity.
Correct. So it's much more straightforward, like compared to this.
Because
wherever this is.
She's even not sure what's her goal anymore, right?
Exactly.
She's basically like just confused. What the hell?
She's
like,
basically just. I think she's just more bothered with like, I just want this madness to end. That's her goal. It's very different from I want to be the best, and then like, no, I want to just fucking get out of this alive. So.
Yeah.
But honestly, like this inspired like a lot of films. So mainly those. And I'm pretty sure there's like some other indie films that I don't really recognize. That, and also even in technical standpoint, I really like, especially like those like scenes where you're like morphing between like faces, like this really like, it's I would actually say it to me it's kind of disgusting to look at, but it's
Morphing the face as in when she choked the pop idol Mima and then like
yeah
as it changed to Rumi's face.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's like I think it's like the testing like phase for like Satoshi Kon before he goes to like the newer film, which is Paprika. That's when he shows all of his like
Actually, he made
all the morphs.
He made more movies after this before Paprika. Paprika is last movie. This is his first directorial debut.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You want to watch more Satoshi Kon film? Let's see. Yeah, that's his first directorial debut.
Holy shit. Oh, actually, yeah. I was thinking one day we can watch Tokyo Godfathers.
Okay, yeah,
It's
sure.
also on Netflix too. I did check.
Is it messed up?
I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm also completely blind. But yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. And other than that, right? Here's the thing, right? Honestly, I rarely watch 80s or 90s anime, but then it makes me think that it's basically following a lot of more real life, like camera shots that can be done in real life, I guess.
Yeah. Which also kind of gets me to think that I wonder what happens if their Aronofsky himself is like, I'm gonna buy this property, and I'm gonna make a remake of this in live action. I wonder if it's actually even like scarier. That's the thing. I think this is like one of the instances like I think I can see this done in live action, and it's probably even like more disturbing, way more disturbing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those like cases, yeah, because it's like
because even the context of the film itself, right? Let's say if you convert to live action, it doesn't require that much special effects, right?
Not really.
Yeah, although I mean like.
Maybe like with the
Probably you have to do cable with a pop idol's Mima skipping.
Well, one thing for sure, they're gonna whitewash everybody first. They're gonna have like a full-on white cast.
Well, here's the thing, right? I don't care about race as long as the film is already disturbed my soul.
Yeah.
But honestly, like from technical aspect, right?
Just don't give it to like Disney's is like one of their companies, and then it's gonna like make everybody like as diverse as possible.
Well, I don't think Disney will ever dare to make a horror film. The closest.
Not Disney directly, but like one of their underlying like companies.
I mean, the closest with the horror film they have is Black Cauldron, I think. No, even then it's not real horror. It's just have very scary imagery. And what? Multiverse of Madness? Screw that shit. But from technical aspect of this film again, right? It's just that it does play a role very well in that blurring between reality and fiction. Yeah, exactly, like blurring between reality and fiction. No, actually, I was about to say.
We did say that before.
Yeah, we kind of did. But that's the thing, though. It's just that because there's a film within the film.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're not sure what's part of the film, what's not, because sometimes even the characters in the film actually reference to real life incident, but then it got replayed back to talk about the context within the film, which basically characters' name getting changed, events that get called out by the character within the film also get changed. So.
Okay, good. What's next? Yeah, I need final thoughts about this because I think we can be all day here just talking about like fucking theories.
Yeah, just spewing out theories, and then because I myself believe that the stalker is real.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, exactly. So.
Here. I mean, final thought. I'll say this. I highly recommend this film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much for like, let's say, Saturday Night Fright or something. Just watch it.
I have a different thought actually, because I would show this if somebody, okay, if like a really good friend of me is really like be ungrateful, maybe a little bit salty, right? Maybe he didn't clean up the dishes like last night, or didn't wipe the tabletops the counters didn't do its chores properly, and they're like, hey, you want to watch a movie together? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, yeah, come and sit beside me here. We watched Perfect Blue. Oh, what is it about? Oh, it's about a really, really wholesome story about a girl just wanting to become an actress. You know, a classic Hollywood film, but done in animation. Would you like to see that? Yeah. So, yeah, just pop it out. Just pop in the DVD, and we'll just have a fun ride.
But if you want to give out punishment, would you rather just to show Human Centipede instead? I think that's a better punishment.
Well, the thing is, Human Centipede, they will start to lose like appetites, and it's probably a little bit more damaging. This is more of a really a good reminder. It's like, hey, I mean, yeah, cleaning up the dishes is a bit annoying, but it's not as annoying as like having like fucking like, imaginary Mima just like following you like all the time.
Is the dish even real though?
Well,
are you not imagining it?
Well, you need to break it first, then and then you need to make sure like when you
and then
like it up.
Stab your own hand.
Correct.
Yeah. See if the blood is real.
Yeah, but then you're still getting the question: is the blood even real? Like are you even real?
Yeah, and then your friend will start to see their past self talking to them, like about their dreams that is never being realized. Path that they didn't choose.
Anyway, I was just saying, yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty damn good punishment. So I'm saying that recommending maybe to specific people that I don't like.
You like the film though, right?
I do like the film. But I prefer Paprika way more than this. Way more.
Well,
for completely different reasons.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. For now, 7 out of 10. I might have to watch it again. Maybe I might rate higher the next time I watch it.
I'll say 7.
For now, 7. Okay.
7.5.
Okay, yeah. I think one of the biggest flaws is that yeah, like especially like the way they edit like scenes like together, it's a little bit like okay, yeah, that's cool, but then
doesn't actually enhance the experience because it's making you unsure.
Yes and no, but it's also at the same time like you also want to have some sort of like general like narrative flow, right? I mean, yeah, your character, you can still experience like you can simulate the feeling of the character is not knowing that if she's real or not. You can still simulate that, but you still can't at the same time write a story that's still okay. I can still somewhat follow along here because I'm obviously not her, so I can see from an objective point of view. That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I have to say any flaw, right, I would say that because here's the thing. In my head, my theory that I have is actually somewhat straightforward. It's just like there are some elements that are coincidental. I just think that it's not insane enough for me.
Oh, okay.
I know it sounds weird, but that's the thing. The thing is,
so you want like what fucking Mima to like blow up or something?
No, but here's the thing, right? Because it does have a happy ending. Although whether the ending is actually real or not, that's
happy
a whole
ending is also
different
very
theory.
subjective.
Yeah, exactly. It has a different theory. But I think it's assuming that she takes it out of face value. It's somewhat of a happy ending, and it tries to ground the story together.
Yeah.
But personally, I think it's not as insane enough that makes me want to crave more of the story. Because I remember when we talk about Seperti Dendam.
You want a sequel to this?
No, not sequel, but Seperti Dendam.
Okay. Yeah.
Revenge is Mine, All Other Places Trash, right?
Yeah, that one.
It's more messed up, even though there's nothing about it psychedelic, right? It's just like everything is grounded in reality. But then, no, actually, not everything is grounded in reality. Now, just watch the episode again. But the thing is, it's just that I crave more for it because there's a mystery that needs to be solved. There's like breadcrumbs everywhere, hinting at something bigger. So, and I think that's the perfect amount of insanity compared to this film. I love you, 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓪, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, a little bit more of insanity because I myself like to eat my food a little bit saltier. So I need a bit more of that spice.
Where can they find us, Billy?
They can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and also Podbeans. You can find us on our socials as well: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and I hope that we have our own pop idol group. Maybe we'll hit it off, just the two of us.
I mean, like a boy band, like a K-pop boy band.
A duo band, a duo boy band. Yeah.
Okay.
And then probably I'll get. It's my chance to be an actor later on.
Oh, so you're gonna leave the boy band like later on, and then you're gonna pursue acting.
Yeah, and then hopefully I don't lose my mind.
Well, the thing is, I'm gonna be more popular instead. See, it's like.
And probably some people will die.
See you guys next time. Bye.